Hi, I'm April May, and in this time-lapse video, I am sharing with you the steps I took to create the fourth person in this charcoal drawing of 4 siblings. In the end, I will also be tightening up my details and adding highlights with white charcoal. So stay tuned. So as I start on the fourth person, I start like I have all the other ones, using a graphite pencil, and then I go in on top of it with the charcoal to add my values. It's the same process I used in all the other videos, parts 1 through 3. At this stage, I have printed the original photo. I've blown it way up and printed each person on a full-size sheet of 8x10 paper. The photo that I have is an older photo, so we didn't have the original file. So when you blow it up, it pixelates pretty bad, so you lose a lot of the detail. So I blew up the picture and printed it to try to kind of figure out where I'm lacking in some of the detail that's missing in the photo when you blow it up, since it kind of pixelates pretty bad. So now I've switched from using a charcoal pencil to using charcoal powder to finish off the rest of the portrait. And I'm using a soft tool to apply the powder. This helps smooth out the skin even more, kind of adding some more detail. It just kind of gives you some softer blending when you're using the powder. And now that I have all 4 people in, I can tell where I need to adjust my values, where I need to go darker in the shadows and where I need to go lighter for the highlights. And you can tell that it's kind of a back and forth thing. You add color and then use the kneaded eraser to take it away. With kids, small kids, it can be kind of difficult to get the creases. You know, these kids are smiling, so they have creases around their mouth, but you don't want to go too dark, otherwise you age them and you make them look funny. So it's kind of, you have to find that balance of where you have the creases there, but you're not aging them too much. So you'll see as this time lapse goes through, you'll see that I'm like kind of back and forth, darkening, lightening, darkening, lightening. And when you use, that's why I don't use the pencil. When I use the powder, you can almost take the paper back to bright white. It erases really well. So now I also used the kneaded eraser, the tone ball eraser, and then a pencil eraser that I have in my left hand there. I used kind of a combination of erasers on this project. So you can see here I've got the blown up version of this picture, and you can see I turned it to black and white. It was originally colored. And now I'm just trying to figure out the details. Like I said, when you blow it up, you should be able to blow this picture up even bigger, but when I go bigger than this, I lose a ton of detail because the file size is small. So I'm just trying to figure out the detail. You can kind of see it, but you really, to do a portrait, you really need kind of a bigger file so that you can see the detail of the teeth and the mouth and the eyes, and I would lose a lot of that detail when I would blow it up real big. And normally I just work off of a monitor, but in this situation it was just easier for me to go ahead and print it to double check, you know, what I had done, since I was losing so much detail. And here you can see that I have my background put in. What I did was I just went over the whole background with the charcoal powder, and then I took my kneaded eraser, turned it into a ball, and erased circles to give it that bokeh effect in the background, which I think just turned out really nice. So now I'm just tightening up my details. I'm just going in and making sure that all of the highlights and shadows are all correct and that everything looks as good as I can get it. And we're coming to the end of this, and I hope you enjoyed this series of portrait videos. Please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot. And thank you for watching.